Hey there, this is Fred and Cheryl again. We are now officially on day one of a 21-day lockdown in the country of South Africa. We are part of Life Tree Community. It's a movemental church planting uh, effort that God has put together, blown by His Spirit here in 2016. We moved back in September from the United States, and we absolutely love living here. And this morning we had a unique experience, invaluable timing. In light of COVID-19, we listened to a webinar with 50 other folks, and the presenter was a psychologist, Amber Mahony, who we would like to share a few bullet points from her wonderful talk. Cheryl, kick us off, would you?
So one of the things that I really appreciated was her comment about self-care at a time like this, especially because of how anxiety is produced when you're under lockdown. And one of the things she said, a couple of things she gave for advice was have a routine, get dressed every day, bathe, and keep the faith. I would add, find music, find something to meditate on, in other words, to be quiet, scriptures that are meaningful for you at this time. If you're following my blog on our website or on our closed Facebook page, that's another way to find scriptures. Reading books that are helpful, cooking, cleaning,
Trying new recipes.
yeah, with whatever food you have in storage. And so then she referred to 5 defenses. What were those, Fred?
The 5 defenses are intriguing, and I think we might know them. They might be familiar to us. They deal with anxiety, and our response is typically fight, which is resist, or we get into social media arguments, or we polarize or label people. Flight, which is avoid confrontation and just say, hey, I don't want to get involved. Fawn, F-A-W-N, which means posture. Put out an image that you think you want people to have and see, and what sometimes call our social media image, where we present ourselves as something we're really not authentically.
Well, for me, it's putting out an image rather than being real and vulnerable and saying, no, I am scared, or
your authentic self, in other words.
So
The
that's
fourth
fawn.
one is find. So that's fight, flight, fawn, find. And the fifth one, Cheryl, is?
Freeze.
Right.
So that just is, I don't want to deal with the reality right now. I'm just not going to think about it, which is complete denial.
My brain is frozen.
But then she went on to give an acronym for the word mega. Why don't you start with M?
Mindfulness, which is really good. Set aside time to meditate or be still, drink a cup of tea or your favorite hot beverage. Be present to God's Spirit. And I thought that was excellent. Listen out for the gentle nuances of His Spirit. And again, use music, poems, whatever works for you to quieten down your heart and your spirit. Meditate.
So that's M, the M for mega. The E comes for exercise. And I thought this was really interesting because several people were saying, we live in an apartment, we can't even go up and down the stairs for exercise, and I can no longer swim. But she says, even when you stretch, stretching is really important. And she talked about how important even doing that
I'm feeling better.
releases some interesting, I don't know what the medical term is, but important things that our brain needs at a time like this. And then G for gratitude.
Hey, we've always tried to cultivate that from the time we were parents of young kids. At the end of the day, we share time with them before tucking them into bed and kissing them goodnight. So what was your good thing about today?
She emphasized, think of things you can be grateful for that everybody in the world, not just the privileged, can be grateful for. So the sunrise, the sunset, the sun that shines during the day so that you can get your laundry done. And then A for achievement.
Achievement is just knowing there's some things that you've accomplished when you put your head on the pillow at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be a formal checklist, but a sense of, I think I made a difference in some small measure. And that's what we're called to do. So we have taken a little bit extra time with this video, but we hope it's of use to you and that you would share it. If you want to like us, you can find us on Facebook at Lifetree Community Church, Lifetree Community Church, or our website, which is lifetreecommunity.wordpress.com. lifetreecommunity.wordpress.com. Thanks for staying the course with us in this video. We wish you well and hope for the very best for you. Thanks. Bye-bye.